In Project Cars, we focus very much on bringing a realistic simulation of motorsport to the player, where previously in most titles it's more about the cars, and although we still go there, we also focus very much on the motorsport aspect of it, what is involved in becoming a successful race driver. What we focus on is doing a level of simulation that's up there on all aspects of the game, not just on a specific area. So when we do the tracks, we also try to recreate them as accurately as possible. So where we can, we get access of laser scanned data of the tracks. And we also, in addition to that, we take thousands of photographs, lots of onboard video. We also realize that it is a game, after all, and it has to be fun. Now, there's this misconception often that simulation means it's not fun, it's just serious, you know, you sit down and you just... But real world motorsport is a lot of fun, and even though it's absolutely real, it is insane fun. And we try to recreate that in the games. We simulate open wheel, GT, touring, we do kart racing, and we do track day cars, we do road cars. And I enjoy them all in the game. To be honest, they're all great, and they're different enough that you can have a vastly different experience in the same game because they're all simulated so accurately. A passion for cars right from the beginning. I've always liked cars, you know, as most boys start playing with little cars and all that. And then when we started getting to the point of where it became clear that we live in a generation where we're going to be able to do simulations on a computer that's going to approach the same level of fidelity that a real life experience has. It just started drawing me in. And initially I was mostly focused personally on arcade sort of racing, but then back then, early 2000s probably, I think it was, there were a few simulation games that had reasonably good implementation of, you know, setup strategy and qualifying and all of that sort of stuff. And I, for the first time, realized how immensely satisfying it can be to be successful at that. It sounds boring unless you do it yourself, sort of like golf. Middle class open wheel racing, so sort of like Formula C, that range around there. And also I would love to do lower class touring sort of stuff, like your Clio Cup and that sort of stuff, because I like, maybe it's an age thing, but the very high speed thing is not that attractive. For me, it's the intensity of the race, and it happens to be that with the slower cars you have, it's more of a contact sport. We now have new tracks in the game that are actually smaller tracks in the UK, and one of them is Alton Park. And I tell you, I have just completely fallen in love with this track. It's got 3 layouts on the track. The full layout, international, and then the island one, and then Alton Park Fosters. And the track lends itself so well to virtually any class of motorsport.